Hello, I went over the Mirage demo, the game that we played on the 10th, right before I left for the week. And we have a couple of issues on the T side that I need to address. So the first issue arises in the very first round of the T side. We only got 6 rounds on CT side, so we very much need to win this pistol. So I call a split B, where we're going to have, four of you guys coming up here, and then myself running up cat. Now the idea of this strat is that if I can get here, that's an if, because I don't have a smoke for this angle, so I have to count on this guy missing his shots. If I can get to here, then I can distract the cat guy. And if the cat guy is looking this way, that gives you guys the opportunity to jump out, kill the cat guy, and then wrap the B player wherever he happens to be. These are all viable. These 4 spots, I'd say, are the most common. Like 80% of the time, he's going to be in one of these spots. So I'll show you on the overview what goes on. So I throw my molly here. Successfully pushes off this guy. He goes underpass. And as you can see, I'm just running. And this guy misses his shots, so I'm fine. Unfortunately, Savage gets picked by this player, but you still have 3 guys. Nothing really changes. And as you can see, since I got into the ladder room, this cat player is all the way pushed up. So as far as I'm concerned, I did my job. I gave you guys a 3-on-1 on B. And what happens is everyone runs straight to balcony and dies. So, okay. And I guess that's a little bit of a spoiler, but I'll show you from the CT player's perspective to show you how easy it was for him. So he's holding that. Bink, bink, bink. There's one... Actually, no, I would never do that on a pistol round. Sometimes it's viable to all go out the balcony if you have an op, where you can crouch peek angles like this, where you can crouch peek all these angles. And then the riflers are there to trade in case the opera gets picked. And then what's happening is you're all crouch walking forward. Navi does this. It's a very Eastern European thing to do because it uses no utility. And Zeus doesn't like using any utility. So, Blade does. So it's not all Eastern Europeans, but Zeus is the most prominent in-game leader from that area, and his is a very low utility style, where they just have 3 guys bunch up right here and just creep out. So, if you have short-range weapons and high-mobility weapons like Glocks, you want to jump out here and wrap sight. That's your path. Don't worry, the cat guy did actually, I think the window guy killed me. I forget who killed me. Majestic Mega Hound. Yeah, it was the cat guy who killed me. So, he was gone. Actually, he overcommitted. That's his mistake. So you guys could have taken advantage of that by getting out, shooting him in the back, or maybe pushing market and surprising this guy and then wrapping to A. You would have had options, but you need to be the first 2 people go out the window. If neither of those 2 die, the 3rd person can go balcony to have a little mini split to sort of give this guy a little more to worry about. But the basic rule is if you're going out B, jump out of the window and kill the cat player, because this B player he's got so many places to hide that you really need utility to flush him out, like a molly here, molly here, molly here, and then you can probably clear it because then there's only like 4 spots he could be. The next round I want to talk about is the next gun round. So we lost pistol. We're in a real bad spot, and we really need to win this one. It's not letting me spec people. There we go. If we lose this round, we're going to need to save, and that'll put the other team on 14. We end up losing the round, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of problems. I call basically an A execute, but I don't want to throw it right away because if you look to the left of your screen, there's 4 Molotovs that the CTs have. And one of those Molotovs is on A, one of them is in window. So if you throw the smokes right away, we're going to get counter-mollied. So I don't want to throw it right away. Instead, I go on ahead, I do a little bit of scouting to kind of figure out what's going on. I throw this flash, which kind of just gives these 2 guys something to think about, and it does make them use their molly, which was, if I couldn't get a kill, I wanted to at least waste the Molotov. So did that. There's a molly at ramp that CTs didn't need to waste. Now minor housekeeping thing. Daff, I want you with the group. I want you to come back and back us up. Second of all, when we get flashed, let's see, when do we throw? What happens is when we throw our smokes, we get flash coming out of ramp, and then we stop. And that gives the ticket player enough time to push up to triple box. So now we've got 2 guys in the site instead of 1, like we had a second ago. And Daft dies coming up connector, Salami dies at Tetris, and then we've just got Savage and O-Town in Sandwich. So obviously this triple player gave us lots of problems. We couldn't trade him. There is a Molotov that's throwable from here, where you throw it over this wall into triple that I want to add to our execute, but it does require 1 more person. So Daff, I want you to be that person where you're holding this angle as O-Town is prepping his smoke. And then what'll happen is Daff, you'll crouch, and O-Town, after you throw your smoke, you'll jump up on Daff's head and throw the molly. It's simple, I'll show you. But basically, even if you get flashed, keep moving, because if you don't keep moving, we get stuck, basically. There's a tip, or that's what I got from the Mirage demo. There wasn't a whole lot of T-side to look at, but we made one major mistake at B, and we made a sort of a coordination mistake at A. And if we win either of those rounds, we're in that game. So hopefully we can work on that in our pugs and our next games.